this could end up horribly. Hello and welcome back to my studio. I wanted to do a little bit of traditional painting today. I'm gonna use my gouache paints, so I'm gonna start pulling some of those out. And this is the image we're gonna be using as a reference. A rainy day at the park. Colors are really cool. I will just put some of them in screen now. I don't know if I'll put my dog in there yet. I definitely just want to try and do an experimentation with some of the colors and just some like brush stroke techniques. And I thought we could do that and also talk about some of my fall books that I'm excited about reading. But first, I need to tape down my paper. I'm just using this toned sketch / multimedia paper. Yep. Palette, I have burnt umber, vermilion red, warm yellow, what is this? Sap green, titanium white, and black. Intense. Yep, black intenso. We're gonna try and use this brush. I do have some other brushes that maybe I can use if I want a different kind of, maybe we'll start with this. Let's just get started. I'm not gonna do a sketch, I'm just gonna kind of like do it as we go. think we need to do the sky to get that out of the way, because that is going to kind of determine where I put some trees. Okay, I need to take a break on that, and let's talk about some books. I wanted to talk through my TBR, or the books I want to read this fall, so through October, November. Let's move this plant out of the way because this top shelf is pretty much the books that I want to read. So first up we have the book I'm currently reading, which is Bunny by Mona Awad. This is a dark academia book set on a college campus for a graduate writing student, and there are this clique of girls that are a little bit more sinister than they seem. So I'm only 20 pages in, but making good progress on this so far. The next book on my fall-autumn TBR is Killers of the Flower Moon, The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI by David Grann. So this is a nonfiction book about a murder and crime that happened in the 1920s and how kind of it birthed how we solve crime in America. And so this is a little bit of a thicker book, and there is a movie coming out with this. I want to get to this. Next we have The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. This is a gothic fairy tale story, pretty short, blurbed by many authors that I love, and so I'm excited to read this. Start mixing some dark green to get the background going. I'm not really the best at working back to front. I kind of just work wherever I want to put paint, which is not exactly the most strategic kind of way to work, at least with gouache. Next we have two classics. So I want to read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier and The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. So this is sort of a Jane Eyre romance, creepy house, gothic story, and The Picture of Dorian Gray is another sort of gothic tale, mystery, supernatural things. These I know will take me a while, so we will see how I do with those. I'm really having fun with this. I don't paint traditionally that much, and this has been really fun, so I want to do this more often and just having fun with it. I'm not pressuring myself to have this be good. I mean, I'm filming a video, but this could end up horribly. Because, like, I do want there to be definition, but I also want it to look artistic and not 100% realistic. So I'm thinking about that as I'm going about this. Next, we have The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno Garcia, who also wrote Mexican Gothic, which I read a while ago. This is about the daughter of a scientist, experimenter, Frankenstein kind of hybrid creatures. It's based on the classic The Island of Dr. Moreau, but this is sort of a retelling with Mexican flair, and I'm excited to read that. Next up, we have a chonker, a 600-something page chonker, and that is Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. This is the first in a series, I believe. This is a Victorian England sort of magical school, children with powers, but with that sort of gothic twist that is a little bit gruesome, a little bit spooky. So hoping to read this beast of a book. Next up we have Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. This is sort of a mystery romance, magical kind of island, small town ambiance, vibes, no plot, just vibes, book, and yeah, I'm excited to read that. Next up, we have The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and this is one of my must-read books for the year. I have been meaning to read this book for a really long time, and I'm just going to keep adding it to my TBR until I get to it. This is about a boy named Daniel who goes to find more books by his favorite author and finds out that someone or something is making all of the books disappear by this author. So it is a little bit of a academic book related book, and yeah, I'm excited to read this. I've heard many things. Many good things. Lastly on this list, we have A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is the book that my book club will be reading. I shouldn't say my book club. It's a book club that I am participating in that started in my local town, and this is the first book. I have not read this before. I have obviously heard mixed reviews, so many things, but it doesn't necessarily match the vibes of the other books, but I do need to read this in the month of October. It is, you know, almost 800 pages long, so bold choice for the first pick of a book club, but it is you know, we'll see. We'll see. This one I'm probably the least sure about out of all the other ones. But yeah, so this is quite a stack. Oh my god. I think if I make it through half of these by December, then I'll be happy. So if you have read any of these books, if you're interested in reading any of these books, I would love to hear. All right, now let's go back to the painting. All right, so I have let this dry and I am pretty pleased with the outcome. I don't think I'm going to do too much more. And I just wanted to say thank you for joining me in my studio today. If you want to see more of my art, you can follow me on Instagram. If you want to see if I read any of these books this fall, you can befriend me on Goodreads. Do you have any of these books on your fall TBR? Or have you read any of these books? Have you liked them? Let me know. But until the next video, that is all. And so I hope you have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!